is, as you can see, the 14th of June, 2016, and at 10:12 and 38 seconds this morning, I was out on the beach with my neighbor's dog. He's just running down to try and get into the water. Saw the kayak coming along and figured I'd snap off a picture. Saw this bird and grabbed a shot. Didn't catch this thing until I got home and got a chance to look at it on the screen, and I was trying to figure out what it was. So I zoomed in on it a bit, and oops, it's pretty weird looking. It looks like it's a lot farther away than the bird, and it looks like it's perfectly round, and it looks like it's black. Like, I'm talking like a sphere round. This isn't the most amazing picture in the world, but the sun's coming from up here, and you can see the light on the top of it. And anyway, so yeah, so there's the bird, and there's the weird black round thing that I saw. So let me punch in a little bit more. There's the bird. Here's the black round thing. I'll punch in a little bit more. Here's the bird. Here's the black round thing. Now, I do have a better picture of it coming up. All right, so I'm just going to punch in this on this 100% so you can basically see it just as a bunch of pixels. It'll also be about context. So that's basically the full thing. This white ring around the outside, I'm assuming, is, I don't know, light reflecting it off it or something, but I don't know. You go back far enough, at a certain point, it becomes a seagull. This thing is, or I should say, looks like a perfectly round sphere. The color isn't constant, but remember the sun is coming from up here, so that may be why, you know, it doesn't appear to be black all the way around. Bottom line is it's a pretty round thing. So I'm just going to back out. Now, I'm not positive, like I can't say for sure that the round thing isn't smaller and closer than the bird, but to my eye, it looks like it's much bigger and farther away. It also, as you can see, especially on the bottom, if it was a weather balloon or, like, you know, one of those balloons people ride around in, then there would be something there. A weather balloon, I think, usually has kind of a tail on it. This thing is just, it's just there. So anyways, yeah, that seemed like a ridiculous thing to be saying. So I went through the rest of my pictures. All right, so now I'm back to, remember, I didn't even see that thing when I was taking the picture. The sun was in my eyes. I was just trying to get a cool looking shot of the water. All right, so this is at 10:12:38. Next picture I took is at 10:13:19, and it's gone. You might see a little thingamabob over here. I believe that is a plane coming into Pearson Airport, which is just outside the recorded area, maybe 2 miles in this direction to the right from the perspective I'm at. So I'm pretty sure that this thing's a plane. So let's just punch out. To me, it looks like a plane. I get in close enough, it still looks like a plane. It's actually a pretty sharp shot. Still looks like a plane. Now, if I get in super, super, super close, I guess it's possible that it's a bird with its wings super, super straight, just gliding. I have no idea. Once again, it's about perspective. I can't tell for sure if that's a bird that's small and close or a plane that's, you know, but to me, that looks like a plane. All right, so this is at 10:13:19 in the morning. 10:30 10:13:21, 10:13:25, 10:13:27, 10:13:30, 10:14:06. I was just throwing the ball in the water for the dog. 10:14:42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, and boom, it's back at 10:15:34. So it's about 40 seconds later. It's really far for it to have drifted out of frame to the right, and I don't know. I mean, this is a shot to the left. Like, it goes a little farther to the left there at 48:34. Even for it to have drifted back into pretty much the same spot, from the right, it would have had to be moving pretty quick. And as you can tell from the water and the clouds, there's virtually no wind today at all. It's like, anyways. Okay, so I want to punch in on this one because this is kind of cool to look at. Why? Because this is a much more clear picture. Oh boy, I'm sorry. Let's try that again. To me, it looks like a big, black, shiny ball with the reflection of the sun up on the top here. And like I say, the sun's coming from up here. And the closer I get, the more obvious it is that it's like perfectly spherical. It has nothing attached to it. I am not aware of any drones that look like that, but I imagine in my completely inexpert, perspective that the way that the highlight is here and the shadows are here, that looks to me the way that a sphere would look if it were hit by light at a certain angle. So remember that 100% perspective thing we were doing before? This is now at 100% zoomed in. It's just a bunch of pixels, and it's a pretty clear shot, and it still looks like a shiny black sphere with the sun hitting it. I mean, this is a 16 megapixel camera just on my cell phone. It's not like super high end, but that's a pretty good shot. And I am not saying that I have any solid theories about exactly what it is that I'm looking at. What I am saying is I'm really, really, really curious if anybody else has any ideas of what that might be. The next picture I took, because remember, I didn't even know that thing was there. I didn't see it. I had light in my eyes, and I was trying to keep my camera straight so I didn't get an angle when I wanted a flat line. So this is 10:15:34. My next picture is like 7 minutes later, and although there's some lovely shots, you won't see it again. But let's just remember, like, even if it's 5 minutes, if that was a balloon and it was over here and it drifted over here, I mean, this is hundreds of miles you're looking at. That's still straight out. I don't know what I shot to the left, but I'll just run the rest of the series. That's the plane shot again. All right, we'll just get to the end because trust me, there's no more pictures of the round thing. I already went through this with a fine-tooth comb. So I'm going to here's my last couple of shots. But it never came back. And there's the first shot again, where there it is. So I'm looking all the way down to the left, and I'm telling you, I believe that we're looking at hundreds of miles of, like distance, or at least tons of miles of distance. I'm not an expert at judging distance in objects. Anyways, here's our thing. Let's go back in. This was the first picture I showed you with the bird. And it, like you say, it's not as good a picture as the second. HD maximum length of time for the video. Anyways, so I was saying that we're back to the first picture now. Here's the bird. Here's the whole thing. Here's the bird, which to my eye looks small and close. This looks very big and very far away, but I could be wrong. Bird's pretty well in focus for a cell phone. That thing still looks really much bigger and much farther away. So this was the worst picture of the two. And that's 100% punched in on that. Now, a lot of the later pictures look off to the right, and this is one of the only ones that looks off to the left, like as far as the eye can see kind of thing. So just look at the amount of distance. If this thing, even if it were a windy day, it would have to blow, because the next time you see the shot, it goes kind of out this way, straight across the lake, and this one I'm like at a 45-degree angle shooting that way, straight at the sun. So it would have to drifted past the edge of these clouds, because the edge of the clouds is in the other picture, and then all the way out here to be like past the edge of the frame in the next picture, and then it would have had to drift back in about 2 minutes on an absolutely windless day. This is Lake Ontario. This is one of the Great Lakes. I mean, there's waves in this thing. There's like the windsocks aren't moving today. So that was the first picture. Then it was gone a matter of 10:12:38 to 10:13:19. So somewhere around 40 seconds. It's nowhere that the eye can see as far as over here. Here I got a little plane that we zoomed in on. It would have had to drift from here over past the edge of this thing and then back. And then it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. It's not drifting back from the left. It's not drifting back from the right. And then boom, there it is. So the difference between this is 10:14:48, 10:15:34. So once again, around 40 seconds, 45 seconds. Yeah, so let's just go in for one last look at this really clear shot here. Hang on a sec. Look at the water. Okay, I'll unzoom. But I'll just try and show you how sharp the camera is. Okay, that's... I have no explanation for that. I personally have never seen anything like this before. It gets less cool looking as you get closer because obviously it's starting to pixelate. But it still looks like a shiny black sphere to me. So, if you're an expert at these kinds of things, or believe in weather balloons, or maybe round black sphere-shaped shiny drones, then I'd really love to hear what you have to say about this, because I have no explanation other than to say it is unidentified, and it appears to be flying or floating, so it might be an unidentified floating object. I'd love to hear your theories, and oh, I own the copyright to all these pictures, so if you're the news or magazine you want to publish them, you got to pay me a ton of cash. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching.